What's going on, man? I love that tune. I start dancing when I'm back here. Y'all can't see me, but when that thing's playing, I just start moving and shaking. But I just like it that much. Anyhow, happy Friday. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. It's been a real fun week. Wanted to just swing in real quickly here. There's been a lot of talk about Smartlands. Last night, I was chatting with Matty Stats himself, and it was a fun show. We definitely got a little silly, but yeah, he was really interested about Smartlands, and I know all week I've been getting a lot of inquiries about what's going on and whatnot. So I wanted to reach out, especially because this week there was a an update, a legal update, and I got a lot of direct messages trying to figure out, what does it mean, what's going on, and so whenever I get a ton of messages like that, I always like to go up, make a ring, and see if I can get answers. So just to recap, earlier this week, they Smartlands announced that they were happy to announce their legal milestone accomplishments, and on their site they put out a blog post here, and essentially said the legal structure prepared by their partner, Quantum Attorneys, enabled the Ukrainian subsidiary to tokenize properties in Ukraine and offer its fractional ownership to potential investors within and outside of the country, which is pretty interesting to me. Inside and outside the country, tokenization is something that I think is a real big feature that Stellar allows. To set the legal framework, we explored the tokenization of real estate from several perspectives, encompassing the regulatory landscape of Ukraine, the introduction of the law of Ukraine on virtual assets, and NSSMC, the National Securities and Stock Market Commission of Ukraine, licensing, financial institution relations, as well as real estate and business regulations. So that's kind of a little background. So like I said, I reached out just before this call. He was kind of coming in and out, but I wanted to grab his response and share that with everybody so you can hear exactly from him, the CEO, Ilya, as to what this all means. So everybody, check out what he has to say.
Hi, Sam. Thank you for the opportunity to answer this question.
Absolutely.
So, our recent news about the legal framework means basically that now we have the whole legal structure in place to launch any kind of token offerings. Of course, we still need to obtain the regulatory permissions, but once it's done, we will be able to immediately launch offerings of high-yielding real estate and then other real economy assets.
Okay.
Many community members asked us that the new legislation in Ukraine is yet to come into force, and it's very important whether we'll be able to operate our alternative investment platform before that event. So we already covered this question, and I'd want to answer it explicitly. So the framework that we've built actually have three scenarios, three steps, and we built it with an iterational roadmap. The first step that we'll be able to launch it like almost as soon as possible is just to package the profitable real estate and make it available to purchase for high-net-worth individuals, family offices, and institutional investors worldwide. Then at the second step, we are planning to utilize our existing European legal framework that was tested in our UK offering of student accommodation. It will mean that we will open the doors also for retail investors. And at the third step, once the new legislation in Ukraine comes into force, we will be able to unlock all the benefits and value propositions of security tokens that we keep in mind. To name a few, it's transferability of tokens, secondary market, and later on also exchange listing. We also plan to add some utility functions for the asset-backed tokens. We will shed the light on this question in a couple months in our blog.
Nice.
So all the three scenarios are connected, and we created this framework keeping in mind that once the new legislation is approved, then we just turn on all these features, even for already issued tokens without any tokens exchange, without any replacements, etc. that like we care about stable and robust demand for our SLT token that comes from peace. And our main goal is to bring this demand as soon as possible, and then also increase it once these options are available in the legislation.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So you guys heard it first. Shout out to Ilya for stopping by, giving that great update. It's great to see the Stellar decentralized exchange and the whole entire network continue to grow and expand. A lot more use cases. It's always exciting to see more assets being tokenized on Stellar in a regulatory compliant way. So I'll check back in. Don't forget next. Let's see. I think it's next Tuesday. I've got Monotran, who is coming out with an asset-backed stablecoin. They just went through a funding round with the SEC that they filed with the SEC. They just completed that, I think, last month. And we get to hear about them and what they plan on doing. So for all the latest, continue to hit the follow button, retweet, and definitely reach out to everybody in Stellar Global. Shout out to the whole entire Stellar family. Take care.